Hello, I'm Lou Ogden, and I'm privileged and honored to serve as the mayor in Tualatin. I love Tualatin. I really do. There are so many wonderful characteristics that set our community apart from others in the Portland metropolitan area, and it makes us the best city south of the North Pole. Now, Tualatin is not just another suburb, but rather we're a community with a rich history, and we differentiate ourselves through civic engagement and genuine care for the people who live here. Now, I'm not the only one who loves Tualatin. Let me show you around, and I'll show you the reasons and share why we all love our town.
Love Tualatin. We are a city with vision, with so many exciting projects on the horizon. In 2014, the city adopted the Tualatin Tomorrow Vision Plan, which is a result of lots of community ideas and input. Some of the actions highlighted in the vision plan include looking at options for consolidating our city's services in central locations, examine the library's role as a community center, and help make city services more easily accessible. We have started work on the city facilities study, which will help us evaluate current city buildings and plan for future maintenance and improvements to make sure our facilities meet your needs for city services. We can't wait to share this information with the community and gather your input on what Tualatin should do for our future. Speaking of vision, another thing I love to see is how well Tualatin works with its neighbors, especially in the planning for the future of the Basalt Creek area with Wilsonville. Basalt Creek is an area between Tualatin and Wilsonville of about 850 acres in unincorporated Washington County. The area will include residential, industrial, and possibly some commercial land. Both city councils have done a lot of work in 2014 to assemble alternatives, gather input from both communities. And in 2015, this work will continue as we determine the boundaries and the zoning, choose an approach for the infrastructure improvements, and finalize the project. Thanks for being involved, being visionaries, and being awesome. I love Tualatin.
I love Tualatin.
Tualatin. It's a city of economic opportunity where businesses thrive and help to support services for our residential neighborhoods. Tualatin is home to approximately 25,000 jobs. The business community supplies nearly half of the local tax base that funds our parks, libraries, police, and other public services. Many of our businesses also contribute significantly to our local charities and sponsor community events. We are home to the state-of-the-art manufacturing and wholesale trade companies, a robust healthcare industry, a mixed-use downtown, and a vibrant destination retail center. In 2014, the city adopted an economic development strategic plan where we identified strategies to improve the business climate, renew efforts to retain and expand local enterprises. Those efforts are beginning to pay off. We have one of the lowest unemployment rates in Washington County, and we are at the forefront of world and regional economic growth. Tualatin is truly a city of economic opportunity. Thanks for supporting Tualatin businesses. It's not only a great place to live, but also a great place to work and do business. Tualatin is amazing.
I love Tualatin, a healthy and safe city by almost any measure. Tualatin has excellent recreational amenities such as trails, parks, playgrounds, and more for all ages to keep our community active. Public health and safety priorities in the community include not just being active, but also preventing alcohol and drug abuse, eliminating homelessness, proactive community policing, and maintaining a school resource officer presence in our schools. Last year, we added Zoe to our police force, the police canine who works with Officer Nick Barkley. Zoe has assisted with over 40 deployments, which led to 13 felony arrests, 4 misdemeanor arrests, and other actions in the community and at the high school. She has not only been working out of the field, but also has participated in many public demonstrations and hundreds of hours of training to continue improving her skills as a drug canine. Zoe has been a great addition to the police department in helping to keep our community drug-free. In addition to Zoe's great work, there's a lot of prevention work happening in the schools through our School Resource Officer program. Our school resource officers work proactively with students and staff to address issues before they become big problems. Another significant accomplishment working toward a healthy community includes the funding and planning for the Tualatin River Greenway Trail, which will provide a new bicycle and pedestrian path connecting people with nature while enabling easy and safe exercise, recreation and wildlife viewing, and commuting between residential and commercial areas and public facilities. The path will be a shared-use bicycle and pedestrian path. This is going to connect our trail along the Tualatin River to provide a 4-mile stretch of Riverside Trail. What a great amenity and place to take a walk, go for a run, or ride your bike. I love Tualatin. I especially love that our community works together in partnership to ensure Tualatin is a healthy and safe place to live and work.
I love Tualatin!
I love Tualatin. This city is a place of rich culture, history, and love of the arts. I am so proud of some of the most recent installations this year, including 2 major works to commemorate the city's centennial: a mixed-media mosaic, Dynamic Continuum, in the library, and the 20-foot steel sculpture, Lazy River, in Commons Park, which were both given to the community as a gift from the Tualatin Arts Advisory Committee, as well as the Bronze Dean, the Mastodon sculpture at the Nyberg River Shopping Center. Let's not forget the history here in Tualatin. Over a century of history has been carefully preserved and regularly celebrated thanks to the efforts by many community partners, including the Tualatin Historical Society. The Historical Society holds events, classes, and programs throughout the year, highlighting the early families and businesses who built the foundation of the community. They are an important partner in the community as they work to ensure our story is documented and preserved. Our past helps guide the future, and I'm thankful to those who help us remember our roots. I love Tualatin. I love that our community can express itself through the arts and preserves its identity through remembering its history.
I love Tualatin!
I love Tualatin. I don't always love the traffic, but I do love that people share their ideas and input on how to address our transportation challenges. We are continuing to look for ways to make it easier to get into, out of, and around Tualatin. The city has been working toward travel option improvements with regional partners. TriMet recently completed a service enhancement study looking at transit needs in our community. We hope to see additional bus service in Tualatin as a result of this project. The city is also working with Metro and neighboring jurisdictions to plan for future transit alternatives in Tualatin as part of the Southwest Corridor project. This is an important conversation in the community, and we look forward to sharing more information regarding the possibilities of light rail or bus rapid transit in the Southwest metropolitan area and how these plans could impact Tualatin. There have been recent improvements in downtown Tualatin. Seneca Street was extended to the new Nyberg Rivers development. A new traffic signal has been installed at the intersection of Martinezzi Avenue and Seneca Street to assist with traffic flow and improve safety for drivers and pedestrians. Associated with these projects, we will also see increased parking for the library and city offices in early 2015. This extra parking is going to be a great amenity for our customers. I love Tualatin. I love how people come together to solve problems and work together to improve mobility for everyone who lives, works, and visits here.
I love Tualatin. I'm proud of the city's efforts to maintain its infrastructure and invest in capital projects to ensure that our city is sustainable. Our goal is to provide high-quality, affordable municipal services for ourselves today and for our children tomorrow. When you dial 911, our goal is that the best police, fire, and emergency medical services in the country arrive in a timely fashion. We want to make sure your water turns on and your toilets flush without you ever having to give that a second thought. The city also strives to keep the costs of these services affordable. We are working on analyzing the city's water options and its costs for the future. This is a very complex topic, but it is really important for our present and future community members. The city is committed to ensuring a safe, reliable water supply. We have recently completed updates to the city's water master plan, and we're getting ready to start work on a sewer master plan. In addition to water, we're also getting ready to work on a parks master plan. But beyond just water, sewer, and parks, we also take care of streets and city facilities. Tualatin has the best city crews who do the hard work of maintaining the city's infrastructure. They make sure we can walk down our sidewalks without tripping or drive without hitting a pothole, and that we have the use of wonderfully maintained, well-equipped city parks. I love Tualatin. Our streets and parks are some of the best around, and I'm proud to call this place home.
I just can't say it enough. I love Tualatin. Many folks love this town, and because of that connection, we share the many good reasons to call this our place to live, work, and play. The people, the businesses, the parks and trails, art, history, reliable infrastructure, our great city staff, wonderful volunteers, our regional partners, our advisory boards and committees, and our city council. These are the things that make Tualatin such an amazing place to love. You know, there's no place like home, and I love my home. I love Tualatin. Well, good evening. I love everything that was represented in that video. You've just seen the State of the City presentation. And so tonight, what I get to do is to have the fun part. And that's to celebrate all of you and all the folks who've made that video happen on the ground, in the rooms, in the places where we gather. I want to tell you just a few more things about why I love Tualatin and the folks who make it so. But talking about the video, first of all, I do want to thank our friends at Tualatin Valley Community Television for the production work. Roberto, I don't know if you're still here, waving behind the camera. John and Steve, these guys did a great job of putting together. Thank you for the great work you do. I'm also, yeah. So in case you haven't figured out, this is going to be an interactive event tonight. It's going to involve a lot of you, a lot of standing, a lot of clapping, a lot of recognizing each other. I'm proud of our Tualatin Police Department. I'm proud of the Color Guard. We had tonight Officer Wes Girardi and Jack Rose, and I think they slipped out, but they also, actually, Wes and Officer Eric Herman went back to New York and participated in the memorial services there for fallen comrades. So I'm proud of our Color Guard and our police. Proud of that Rolling Hills Church calls Tualatin your home. Thank you, Pastor Bill, for being here, and a few more words in a moment. I love our VFW, Mr. Veteran, Dale Potts. So many others, and you and so many others have done so much to help this community respect, honor, and appreciate our veterans and their families and all that they have done. So if there are any veterans in the house, would you please stand up and be recognized? Anyone who's a veteran? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your service. And how can you not love the wonderful way we started the evening with our youth? You were greeted at the door by the Youth Advisory Council and the Tualatin Teen Library Committee and Stand Up Tualatin. And so thank you for the youth who participated. Of course, the Crimson Airs and Kim Kroger, and I think that they've made their way out. And then we had the warm-up act with the jazz ensemble from Tualatin High, directed by Reggie Stegmeyer. So again, outstanding performances from these magnificent young people. And I love our sponsors. Yeah, give it up. I do love our sponsors. We had a great party out there tonight, and the refreshments brought to you, it's not tax dollars. You didn't buy those. They were given to you by your sponsors, and you've seen them already: PGE, TriMet, Metro Clean Water Services, Comcast, Republic Services, and Northwest Natural. So, these folks are great partners. They deliver vital services to us every day. And though many of them are private companies, they're a critical part of providing municipal services. And in many cities, a lot of those functions are done by the local government. Here we have folks, like Republic doing our garbage, and PG doing our power, Comcast doing our cable, Northwest Natural doing our gas. So we appreciate their partnerships. But more than that, more than just paying for the food out there today, which is important, thank you. But they contribute in many other ways, and I'm going to give you one example of a financial commitment they make. Every year, PGE, Comcast, and Republic fund a trip to the National League of Cities annual conference for our Youth Advisory Council to attend. So again, Dave Robertson, thank you. Derek Ruckman from Republic, thank you. Tim Goodman. Tim Goodman from Comcast, where are you at, Tim? Thank you, Tim. Appreciate it very much. And a special thanks to another one of our sponsors, and that's CenterCal Properties. Chad, where's Chad Hastings? Chad's standing up when he's sitting down, but stand up, Chad. Thank you, Chad. So, perhaps no other single private entity has done more to influence the complexion of this community than CenterCal, with first Bridgeport Village, Nyberg Woods, now Nyberg Rivers. I mean, thank you for what you brought to this community. You really have put us on the map. And you help in other big, big ways, and more on that in a minute. Okay, Chad? Thank you. Robert, I love the Tualatin Chamber. And I do what Linda says most of the time. Linda really is sort of our ambassadoress. She's known throughout the region for singing the Hails for Tualatin and really staying up for our business community. So I'd like to have, again, Robert Knight, Linda Maholt, and any other board members of the Tualatin Chamber stand up and be recognized. We have Chamber Board members in the house tonight. Thank you. Thank you to our Chamber Board.